As you can probably imagine, I have opened a lot of Hot Wheels cars in my time. Some just by myself, others on the Lamley YouTube channel. And that means that I have a pretty decent collection of Hot Wheels and a really nice collection in my wall display of RLC, car culture, you name it, including some rarities. It also means I've accumulated a fairly decent collection of opened cards. These cards, with the fantastic artwork, but also with these unique rips, you never know how a card is going to open. That's why I don't use an X-Acto knife, because whatever happens, happens. And now you have what is essentially a one-of-one opened card. But I've collected some cool stuff over the years. Some older. This one I did a long time ago. I don't even think I was doing the blog at that point. Other times, others have been more recent. There's been RLC, there's been Convention. That's the Skyline, in case you were wondering. This one doesn't have as much of the unique art in terms of the models on the card, but there's the Bel Air Gasser, that's an anniversary. This one, you can see 83 Chevy. This is actually a lifted one. I might have the antifreeze somewhere. 548 out of 4,000 of that. I've done some other ones, like even more recently. You guys probably, most of you watched me open this one. I think it's one of the only ones that's been opened. But this is not only because I wanted to have one loose, but it's also because Hot Wheels sent this to me to showcase for you. And they expect, one of the reasons they send it to Lamley is, hey, he'll showcase the car out of the package, and it's always nice to see. And so this fantastic card became its one-of-one, all ripped open. I've done Supreme. That one came to me to showcase. I've done the Candy Striper Gasser. This is the very first RLC car I showcased. I've done Super Treasure Hunts, of course. There's your Datsun 510. That might not be as unique. Vintage Racing. I think I opened up almost an entire set on the YouTube channel a few years ago. I've even done the BRE Datsun 510. This one is a little cleaner. Number 1916 of 3000. I've even done some fun things like the very first car culture set, Japan Historics. I opened this entire set on video. It was the very first set out, and I think Mattel sent this one to me. I had to open it up. I did, and I even got Julian Coyles, who does all of the artwork, much of the RLC artwork, as well as the car culture artwork, to actually sign the cards. And you can see he wasn't too thrilled with me opening them, but he knows that's my job. So I have a whole set of the very first car culture Japan Historics autographed by Julian Coyles, which is kind of fun to have as well. Nonetheless, pretty cool collection. I got a doozy for you today. I'm showing you these two cards for two very different reasons. Number one, I want to show you, this one is just the Datsun 240Z. It's interesting that I have it open, but I don't think it's particularly spectacular until you look at the back. And where the numbered sticker is supposed to be, there's nothing. And this IBV, I don't remember what it stands for, but this says sample. This was sent to me with some licensing samples, maybe some team samples, so they want to make sure the packaging is all right. They sent it to me to showcase for all of you, which was cool. I was like, but in the collector world, an unstickered RLC model is one doozy of a thing to have. And they said, yeah, it doesn't matter. You open it up. That's why we sent it to you. So I did. And there is that unique card that's all shredded. This other one is another model that is commanding a hefty price in the several hundreds that I opened up. It's from the 2019 Collectors Japan Convention at the nostalgic 2 days car show in Yokohama, Japan. This is where Hot Wheels has a presence, and they do a very special run of limited models that usually pay tribute to some sort of artist. In this case, it was pinstriping and moon eyes. You can actually freeze the screen and see what they wrote about here. These models are incredible. And this was the 510 wagon. The art is amazing. If you're super lucky and you're actually attending the event, you could have bought one model, I think done as 5100 or something like that, facing the standard way that Hot Wheels face, and then another one in a much more limited run facing the opposite direction, so you could have both models showing the actual art on the car. Because why, if you're doing art on one side and you can't show it, and you're not going to open it, then it just stays hidden forever. But my job was to open it. That's why you're seeing this one on the turntable. And those two cards is why what I'm going to do today is a little bit insane. In fact, I've been hesitant to do it, but I got the same response from Mattel. Open it up. And that's what this is. This is the 2022 Collectors Japan Convention exclusive. It is the Datsun 510. If you look at the card art, you can see it is fantastic. If you look at the cart, which we're going to do soon, you can see that it is equally fantastic. But if you look at the back, you can see I have this situation going on. This event is this weekend in Yokohama, Japan. If you're not in Japan, there is no way to get these unless you go secondary market, which they're already commanding a fairly hefty price for those that are confident that they're going to get them for a pre-order. I'm not going to speak to those because I have no idea. All I know is that this car with this lack of sticker is going to be open. Now, they were nice enough knowing that these cars, because the card art is amazing, they did send me another one with a very cool sample sticker, and I had to decide which one I was going to open. I asked you guys on Instagram. You guys said definitely the non-stickered one because this sticker is very, very cool. I agree with you. So that's the one I'm going to keep carded. But if I could, I would have just bought one of these, even if it cost me a fortune, so I could have this very unique piece carded as well. But that's not what this is here for. This is here so I can show it to you, and I am going to do that. I want to start by showing you this. Toshikazu Nozaka, Asian Wave Studio, is the artist that they are featuring in this particular release. You can freeze that screen. He's a former pro skateboarder. He is, as you read about him and you read about his profile, he is very much into, Japanese art and art influences, and has created art shows, works with other brands to do some incredible art. I actually read up on him, and this is his art, and you can tell how Japanese it is on the card, and it's also on the car itself. One they sent me, both of the cars actually face the Matchbox way, if you want to call it that, compared to like a Hot Wheels, they face the other way. This one, I don't remember which one. I don't even know what the numbers are being produced, but I know that one of them is going to be more common than the other, and they're going to have the other one facing the other way. So you can, again, if you're really lucky or you want to spend a ton of money, you can get both. I've done a lot of prep or a lot of talking about this, and it's probably because I'm nervous to open this up, but should we go ahead and do it? I think we should. Here we go. There is your unique piece of art. I wish it didn't rip that way, but it did, and you saw me do it. I know that there's some people going, what did you just do? My job. I did my job, and I'm telling myself that too. So that goes into the pile, and the car comes out. And what a model it is. I'm going to show you that it is kind of a brushed metal inside, under the hood. When you start doing this, you start realizing, man, as much as this is cool open, or in the card, it is beautiful opened as well. I want to just kind of like focus on some of the texture on this. It has a Japan rear license plate. It has the taillights. It has the headlights. That obviously goes without saying. But look at the kind of gunmetal Watanabe rims, the red line tires, and of course the wave art on either side. You can see the Hot Wheels logo prominently displayed on one side and then covered in waves on the other. I think it's supposed to be like the waves are small in one, and then it's the same art, only covered in a larger wave art on the other side. As it goes around, you can kind of see what's going on there. Mattel on one side with the Hot Wheels logo, and then I'm trying to figure out, that must be more of Nozaka's art on the back, that under the Hot Wheels logo on the other side. But this is an absolutely stunning model. As far as I did the feature on the Datsun 510 not long ago with the R34 Skyline, and I said the BRE Vintage Racing was the one to have. This may be the one at this point, just because of how unique the art is and how unique the color combination. It's just an absolute stunner of a model. I've done it. I've opened it up. You guys tell me what you think. You like my collection of loose cards? I sure do. And I definitely added one monster to it today. But I am thrilled to have this card to display loose as well. If you're in Japan, good luck. I'd love to see if someone else is able to get these, because they are very, very cool. Thanks, everybody. And thank you, Mattel. Bye.